So now I would like to speak about the lessons I learned through modeling. Modeling is a great self-esteem therapy. Like I said, when I started, I didn't have any self-esteem left. I was really down and I was not happy with the pictures, not the first pictures. I was reluctant to it.
I remember.
Yeah, well, you know, when you first start, you're still with your negative esteem, right? So I didn't think it was for me. Then I did a few, and I have to say it really depends on many factors. So it depends how talented the photographer is, it depends on the light, it depends on the way you feel that day.
Yes.
Some pictures you find bad, but you know what, at the end of the day I have to say, you'll have maybe 50 pictures and you'll find at least one or two that look good. And
Sure.
these one or two pictures are the first step to your new self and your self-love, because even one or two pictures where you look good can have such an impact on you.
Yes. And I wanted to add that you have some natural ability for modeling.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly.
I don't know. I mean, you compliment me a lot
Always.
tonight.
No, but I always compliment you a lot because you are amazing. You look amazing. You're amazing in and out. And every time we've been doing some photo shoots together, I've always been amazed with the way you pose, with the confidence back, with everything.
I guess my soul was speaking. You know, modeling is a form of art. And when you model, you're able to express some kind of freedom through the movement, through eye contact, through makeup, through the outfit you're wearing. And I think I needed that. That's why I say modeling was a therapy. I didn't know that could be a therapy, but it was. Why? Because the first thing is that I overcome certain fear. I accepted my image again, even though I was not happy with the pictures at the beginning. Like I said, photographers take hundreds of pictures and you have to like at least a few of them. And even if it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures, then guess what? You think about it when you go back home and you're very happy and proud of yourself. You're like, oh, actually I can look good, and actually, you know, I can be pretty. So that was really, really the first step of looking at my own image without being discussed. And also the freedom behind it, because modeling can be really fun, especially when you're involved in creating the content.
Yes.
And that's why I encourage anybody, any one of you, whatever your features, whatever your body size, modeling is accessible. You can do it with friends, just for fun. Find a cool landscape, find a cool outfit, and go for it. Put your makeup on, put your heels on. Be Glock, be, you know, a little creepy, be funny, be cute, be silly, anything you want, and just do it. Express your emotions, and that's what I did.
Yes.
Modeling really helped me because I was express my emotion, but it was healthy. I was not drinking, I was not trying to destroy myself. I was just trying to have fun. I was trying to experiment. I was trying to send messages through my poses, through my makeup. I started doing cosplay photo shoots and using makeup and wigs and outfit to really disguise myself and play a character. And I really went deep into it at some point. I really wanted to do more. I didn't have the opportunity, but I think I will go into it again because
COVID happened.
Yeah, COVID happened. So no more photo shoot, no more nothing. Stay home. I dressed up for myself and, you know, for my current boyfriend, which I'll speak about in a little bit. But I would love to go back to it because I think that cosplay, for example, really helped me. It's just a way of expressing. It's different. You play a character, so you can really play different moods, and that's another part of the therapy. I think playing moods, you know, getting your feeling through modeling, through just choosing your outfit and You don't have to be cute. You can be a little scary too, which I love. That was really what I needed. I need to be scary. I need to be powerful. I need to show, I own it, and I'm not scared. I need to show, I have a hammer in my hand. And that's fine. It's just a picture. So it was great. It really helped me with another really big issue I had. I'm very shy actually, and that helped me with my shyness, because you have to be in front of the camera and you have to accept other people looking at you. You just have to own it. And once you do it, it's so much fun and you're really proud of yourself. So I'm not saying that I had this confidence right away. It took a few sessions, but once you're in it, you just do it, and gradually you become more confident with yourself. Again, it's like any other therapy. You're not building Rome in one day, right? So you have to go through a few sessions, and you have to keep trying, even if you're disappointed by what you do at first. It's fine, just keep doing it.
True.
So yeah, that's one of the lessons I learned. Like I said, another lesson is that modeling is accessible to every one of us. You don't have to fit the criteria. Modeling does not mean being a model as a career. It doesn't mean that you have to be a runway model. It doesn't mean that you have to be tall. I'm only 5'3". It doesn't mean you have to be slim. So
But she's slim, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm slim. I'm small. I'm a small size. I have friends that model that I know that are big size, that have different features, and they're very happy modeling. They have a lot of followers too. They're very confident. They do that for different projects, whether it's personal or whether it's for acting, advertising, whether it's for collabs for free. They're very happy, and I have to say, any model I know are very confident.
Exactly. I think it's really good to rebuild or build your self-confidence.
Yeah, your self-love, your self-esteem.
Exactly. Even if you don't do it for a business purpose, you can just do it for yourself, because you need to have your power back, the way you were saying, and just taking nice pictures, with the professional photographer, with the right lights, with the right angles, with the right scenario, the right outfit, and everything can be, as you said, scary or glamorous or whatever you want to do, but it really helps you rebuilding the love 100%. Of your image. That's true.
100%. I don't know any model who's unconfident or doesn't have self-esteem. And like I said, every kind of model, I'm not saying you have to be tall and slim. You don't have to be beautiful. You don't have to think you look beautiful to model.
True.
So I think modeling really elevates your soul and your spirit. And I would definitely encourage any one of you, boys and girls. I think for girls especially, it's very important, because as girls we're always confronted to our image. We always have to be perfect. We have to have this kind of body, this kind of makeup, this kind of hairstyle. So women especially have a lot of pressure, and that can cause us problem with our self-esteem. It can cause us insecurity, and it's a good way of coping with that and recovering from our own image. You can model with collabs with people that just want to do it for free because they want to have more pictures in their portfolio. There's techniques, actually, Lya will tell you more about it. There's ways of finding pure collabs, but you can also pay for your first photo shoot, just if you want to have extra safety and if you want to be sure of the result, if you want to have full control. I do encourage that too if you have the budget for it. There's different budget from $100 to $500, but definitely do it just for fun, like I said, so you can be in control. You can direct the photo shoot, you can choose your outfit, you can choose the mood. You can do, for example, a pin-up style, or you can do more like a 20s cabaret style. You can do a sportswear style. So definitely, whatever mean you choose, modeling is great. So the other thing I learned on the other side is modeling isn't easy. In fact, I gained so much more respect for models in general. So it's very challenging and it's hard work, especially if you are a professional model, which I would not have liked as much. I don't consider myself as a model indeed. This would be pretentious. I usually say I model occasionally. So I had the experience, but that's not my career. Like I just said, I really respect models, and it's really a real dedication. You have to dedicate all your life for that if you really want to be a model. The hard parts are first getting over the feeling of intimidation when you start doing photo shoot. Being in front of a camera is not a true nature for everybody. Knowing your poses, holding them, your eyes start stretching, your body starts shaking, you get tired after a bit, and it requires a lot of attention. So it's really a difficult profession. That's why I only do it for fun, and as a therapy it's great, but I don't think I would ever be able to actually consider having modeling as a career. Another lesson I learned is that you really have to watch out with who you work and collaborate, especially. Anything free does not come without problems. You can get the best persons, the most fun and motivating photographer. You can also get scammers. So take your time to analyze the situation first and do some researches about the photographer if you can. Most people I have worked with, and I think Lya too, were truly professional, sweet and honest, but sometimes you'll get one dishonest guy who won't give you the pictures.
Right, we know what we're talking about.
Right? And if that happens, it happens once in a while, then I would say it's part of the game. When you do free photo shoot sessions, that's what can happen. So try to always sign a model release form, and also know your limits before you even start a photo shoot. Take a close look at any contract before signing it, and if you have any issue getting your pictures for too long, see if it's really worth fighting for it. Maybe take it as an experience. Any shoot helps in different ways with your own self. For example, it teaches you how to resist against pain or against difficult situations, for example, heat, cold, tiredness. So look from others and still smile even when you're in pain. So any shoot helps in different ways, so don't mind if you don't have your pictures, for example. Sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it's worth fighting for it, but if it's not fighting for it, just take it as an experience, because you will always learn something through modeling. You learn how to cope with pain. Just holding poses can be uncomfortable, I can tell you that, right? We know that. It can help you resist through difficult situations like heat or cold, wind. Sometimes you get tired. Like I said, your eyes start stretching and shaking, but you have to keep doing it. So you really learn a lot through modeling anyway, whether or not you get your pictures. And I'm talking about collaboration, because that's always a risk when you don't pay. Of course, you have to know you take a risk of perhaps not having your pictures. Just be careful before you start a photo shoot. Know your limits. If you want to do any nude, naked picture, watch out after that as well. Try to be really careful with who you do the photo shoot session. If you're a model, that's my philosophy, and I'm sure Lya thinks the same. But if you're a model, you're an artist. Yes. And if you're an artist, you're an open-minded and creative person. And you will always find a way to go around frustrating situations.
Yes, very true.
To finish about the recovery and how modeling helped me to recover from my trauma and from my bad experience, I would say that it really helped me to regain self-love and confidence, which is number one in succeeding in general. It helped me through my job. It helped me with my relationship that came right after a bad experience. I met this amazing guy, but I have to say that if I did not model and if I did not regain self-love and confidence, especially as a woman, I don't even know if I would have made it in my current relationship. I don't know if I would have become this vibrant and glowing person again. I feel now like I'm a fatal kind of woman, and I kind of feel like I own it.
Yes.
And I have to say that all my life just work. Everything is a lot smoother in my life, whether it's in my relationship, my work, my friendship, my self-love, my happiness. I feel damn happy, and I give that a lot to modeling, because modeling was the only way to accept my image, was the only way to regain power and self-love and self-confidence. 2019 was my year of rebirth, literally. And I think I not only became myself again, but I became a better version of myself. That was very important. Modeling also helped me to increase, for some reason, my overall standards and expectation in life. I think that I was so down before I started modeling that my expectation of life just followed my vision of life, so everything was kind of mediocre and down. I didn't expect anything better than what I had, and I was really wrong. So I'm very happy I started modeling, because just because I regained self-confidence, I also started to think with higher standards for myself and for my own life, and it worked. I actually, like I said, started succeeding. A little bit after I model, I started doing different projects, whether it's acting or I posed for a book. I met also this guy, and I'm extremely happy right now.
Yes.
I moved in with him.
Yes.
We're really in love.
Yes.
And we have a great apartment. I mean, my work situation is definitely better than it was. I feel like I unlocked something. And it's hard to explain. I cannot give a date, but the only thing I know is that since I started modeling, it unlocked something in my brain, and I feel everything is in our power, everything is in our head. So if you're in a good headspace, you're able to do anything you want, pretty much. And that's really the true lesson here, is that you can do whatever you want if you're in a proper headspace. And it comes from first self-love and self-esteem. You have to be confident, you have to own it.
Yes.
So modeling definitely helped with that. Feeling feminine again, feeling sexy. Especially for a woman, it's very important. We want to be looked at. That's what makes us glow, right? We want to feel feminine, we want to feel sexy. Another thing that I learned, that I overcome, one of my biggest fear, I had a lot of problem growing up, and even as an adult, to be naked in front of women and in front of guys, in front of my boyfriends. So that's another thing. I'm gonna share a very private experience, but I actually tried nude session. So I posed for an artist who's writing a book, and the theme was on beauty, nature, and women. So that was my first nude modeling experience. Long story short, it was at the beginning of my modeling hobby, and I was still naive. I was new to the industry. I was ready to try everything. I was kind of hungry. I was hungry for new experiences. So I was more in touch with myself, my spirit, and I'm a very curious person by nature, so I was very thirsty for new experiences. I was very excited to try new things, like I said. So what happened is that I set up a profile on Instagram, and I started posting all my pictures, and this guy came to me and asked me if I wanted to model for him. So at the beginning, I didn't really understand what was the whole concept, but he told me, let's come to my house, and I have this beautiful house by the beach. You can stay in if you want. I didn't want to do that, so I got myself a hotel. But the overall experience was absolutely amazing. I felt very uncomfortable at first, but since I was there, I just thought, I'm not a chicken, so I gotta do it. And everything was very professional. I knew exactly my limits. The photographer had experiences and nothing was vulgar, so I did it. I actually overcome my biggest fear. I took my clothes off and I posed in front of someone naked. That was a big jump.
Yes.
I can tell you I drank a little bit of vodka before. I had to let myself, go with the flow and get loose a little bit. But I can tell you that once I did it, I felt such a release, almost like something went out. This weight that I had on my shoulders for years disappeared. I even cried and I thanked him. I said, you don't understand, but you freed me from something. You freed me from a weight. You freed me from this complex that I had with myself, with this insecurity as a woman. I never wanted to show my tits. I never wanted to show my butt. I never wanted to show my body. And since this experience, it definitely freed me from this fear. I'm a lot more confident with myself now. And that's due to him, that's due to modeling. I'm very happy I did it. It's something that I haven't shared with a lot of people, but I did call my mom. I needed her approval. I still had a little bit of fear and shame, so I kept it for myself for a couple of months, and I decided I'm just gonna tell her and I'm gonna show her the pictures. And guess what? She loved it. It's black and white. Then the theme is nature and women. There's nothing vulgar. She was very proud of me, and she showed me that she really loved me, and she would have never had the opportunity to do it, but she was happy that I did it, and she kind of lived the experience through me.
Yes.
And I thought that was very magical, because I would have never expected that my mom would compliment me and say, I'm great that my daughter did naked pictures. That was a very big surprise.
That's
but
a great one.
It was great. So I really feel like even if you're interested in this idea of doing something that is more uncovered and maybe nude, or I would say close to nude, try it. It might free you from something. Again, if you don't want to take any risk, I would suggest pay a professional, go to a real studio. Don't take risk. I'm a little bit too adventurous, so I could have put myself into maybe a bad situation. I was maybe protected, I had a great aura, and it was just meant to be, and the experience for me was absolutely beautiful. But I recommend, to try to do it in the safest condition as you can, because you never know.
Thanks for the warning. That's very important.
Yes, it's very important. But once again, the experience itself is amazing, and it's pictures that you can always keep for yourself, and you can look back and have an amazing memory even when you get older. You can even show to your kids one day and say, look, mommy, I'm not talking about naked picture, but you can dress up as a pinup. You can dress up with a dress from the 18th century. I don't know, do something different, and these are all your memories. This is your story, and all your memories, your story is what make you who you are. So just try it. Don't be afraid. You don't have to show them to anyone if you don't want to. Today I feel amazing.
Yes, you are.
And I'm super confident. I cannot explain how much I've changed. I just can't believe I lost 4 years of my life hating my image and feeling depressed, doing nothing relevant. I really lost 4 years of my life. It taught me a lot. I took great lessons from it, but I'm just so grateful for this experience. I'm so grateful for Lya to have pushed me to be in front of the camera. That was very unexpected, but it was part of my healing process. Definitely, modeling was part of my healing process. My advice for the ones hearing this message tonight, and for the ones that are going through a hard time where self-love and self-esteem is being affected, just listen. It takes time, but be patient and be kind to yourself. We're only humans, we have emotions. Sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's blue, but what's sure is that the sun always comes back after the rain, right?
Yes.
So if you think you're not worth or you cannot do it, you're wrong. But your mindset is also wrong. The sooner you get yourself to a happy mode and positive mode, the sooner you say to yourself, I can do it and I'm worth trying it, I'm worth it. That's the kind of mode that you want to put yourself into. And the sooner you do it, the sooner you win the game.
Mm-hmm.
It all starts in your head, for real, and your image reflects what's in your head. So it's very complementary, and it's very important to treat yourself kindly and treat your image. Treat yourself with love, take time for yourself, light up a candle at night, do a girls' night, laugh about silly things, explore the words. Don't isolate yourself for too long. It's never a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, look at yourself in the mirror with attention. Look at the great things you like about yourself and look at the things you like less. Accept them, cope with them, turn them into assets. Push yourself to look good, to eat well. When you feel kind of ready, treat yourself with a photo shoot. When you feel kind of ready, treat yourself with a photo shoot. Just do it. Don't ask yourself questions. But I will give that to Lya. She can definitely give you more details. It's included in her program. She's an amazing photographer. And like I mentioned earlier, she helped me to kind of train in front of the camera. So I'm sure she can develop that as well through her program. And give you all the tips to succeed if that's what you want to do as well. I'm very grateful to have Lya as a friend, and I think that she's the best mentor I ever had. And I'm not only saying that because she's my friend, but she truly always pushes me and she always challenged me. Again tonight, this is my first interview ever. She challenged me, and I'm just so happy for it. I'm gonna go back home tonight feeling proud and feeling excited. I did a new experience, did something I never did before.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, Boo Boo. And modeling was a true blessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, my Kate that I love. Thank you for opening your heart. I know it's not easy. It's a personal story. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for trusting me, for believing in me, for being my friend, for always being there.
100%. You saved me, girl. Yeah, for all the people out there, I know it's hard. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of different therapy, a lot of people in the industry trying to promote this and that. I can say that Lya has been the only person, and I actually forgot to mention, but I tried therapy before. I tried to speak with someone. I had a therapist for maybe a year. I saw a few times that just didn't work for me. I tried a couple of people. Lya was the only person that understood my needs and that dig very, very deep inside me and extracted the best out of me, extracted what was remaining, because there was nothing much, there was nothing left. But she saw the light and she was able to really lead me through the path, and she was 100% right. So yeah, definitely really, really happy and grateful for having her.
Thank you. Now I'm getting emotional. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. I hope this story of Kate was a true inspiration for you guys. It is for me, actually. And she's such a strong woman, and from last year to this year, like, she's somebody else. Like, she was like the phoenix.
Thank you.
And she's like so strong, like very empowered, like she's unstoppable. I just love how she's growing, how she's glowing. I love how she's taking care of herself, of her health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. I love her relationship with her boyfriend. I love her relationship with herself. I love how she's taking care of her business. She's gonna have more things coming up, and the future is very bright for her, and I'm so happy for her, and I'm so happy to have her in my life. So guys, I'm gonna let you, because now after this very emotional interview, it's big hug time.
It's big hug time.
Yes.
It's time. I was waiting for
Yes,
it.
we need to hug right now. And yes. So see you next week. Thank you for listening once again. If you want to share your story, I would love to have you here, or we can do a Zoom video interview, or just an audio, because you don't need to show your face, or I can just tell your story. So if you want to share your story about a blessing or a lesson, and how art, self-love, creativity helps you going through or lead you to something great, I'll be happy to share your story. In the meantime, as you know, I own a program that helps you feeling better, the Camgagné method, and you can check out my website www.lyapouleyy.com. You can add me on Instagram, Lya Pouleyy, and you can email me contact@lyapouleyy.com. But once again, all the links are below. And I am seeing you for episode number 9. So take care. Bye. Stay strong. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And drink a lot of water. And eat healthy. Very important. And do some exercise. And love yourself. Bye.
Love yourself first.
Yeah, love yourself first. Bisous, bisous. Bye.